Well, today is quite a sunny day. I'm walking through Lake Lily Park, which is in Maitland. It's a beautiful little park, a nice pathway to walk around. It's also a historic site. And I've got some more wisdom to share with you from Seneca the Younger. Seneca was, or is known as one of the Stoic philosophers who lived, I think it was from 4 BC to the year 65 AD, so mostly in the first century. He wrote many essays and books. A lot of them have been preserved today, but mostly it's about how to live your life, how to enjoy life, and to live with the virtues and other things that Stoicism teaches us. Seneca had a great way of expressing these ideas. And today what I'm going to read to you comes from Seneca's essay called On the Shortness of Life. On the Shortness of Life. I forget what year he wrote that, but here's the line that I want to share with you. He says, "Life, as we receive it, is not short, but we make it so. Nor do we have any lack of it, but we are wasteful of it. Just as great and princely wealth is scattered in a moment when it comes into the hands of a bad owner, while wealth, however limited, if it is entrusted to a good guardian, increases with use, so our life is amply long for him who orders it properly." Wow. And I would say he who lives it properly. Stoics, I think, have a great collection of tools. You know, we consider what difficulties we might meet today, and we prepare our minds to meet that difficulty, to not get upset about it. Same thing with difficult people. We structure our minds so that we know when difficult people appear, we will treat them kindly. We're not going to get derailed by it or upset or violent, any of those things. And sometimes we contemplate death, not too often, but we realize that we are mortals. We only have a limited lifespan. Therefore, another reason to live it well. And so what does this all mean, putting it into practice? Well, I'll tell you one great example. This comes from my practice, is when I get up in the morning, I think to myself, what do I have to do today? I start picturing myself going through those actions. And I do consider premeditatio malorum, how to deal with those problems when they come up. I also think, well, I may have to work with someone who's difficult today. How will I approach that? And maybe in addition to that, I think about how I can make my day very fulfilling and purposeful. Maybe there's a friend I haven't seen in a month, so I'll call him up or her up and arrange for lunch or a coffee, some catch-up time. That's how you can make a day fulfilling. It's really not that hard. Even if you do a little planning or meditation at the beginning of the day, the end of the day, you could make it in the evening if that suits you better, and you could plan the following day. These are all very practical things, and Stoicism is the type of thinking that I recommend. You can find a lot more information at modernstoicism.com. You can look at my website, StoicDan.com, for suggestions and resources. And you can also find another practice that may suit you. There are other traditions. There's secular Buddhism. There's humanistic practice. Lots of things that you can explore, and you may find that some of these suit you better than others. And by the way, you can keep your existing practice. If you have a faith or non-faith tradition that you've been practicing for many years and you feel good about it, you can keep that and just add a little bit of Stoicism or secular thought to that. It's all compatible because the practices that we're talking about today are all basic bits of wisdom. And so it really does work. So wow, what a beautiful spot here. I'm going to pause here at the lake. It's actually Lake Lily in Lake Lily Park. Hope you have a great Sunday. This is Stoic Dan in Orlando.